doing everything at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
The parade, the fireworks, the free cookies, the exclusive snacks, and more. Is it worth the $220 price tag?
We're gonna find out. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is an after-hours, separately ticketed event in Magic Kingdom that takes place on select nights between November 8th and December 20th in 2024. The party runs from 7 p.m. to midnight and has a whole lot of fun stuff to check out, like an exclusive parade, exclusive fireworks show, lots of snacks, some of which are free, and even rare characters. We are gonna see everything there is to see at this party tonight to find out if it is worth the spend. Ticket prices for this event start at $169 for adults, going up to $219, and kids' prices are about $10 cheaper. So when you arrive to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, there will be a lot of signage, a lot of cast members directing you where you should go. You can enter the park starting at 4 p.m. before your party. The party starts at 7. Your ticket will get you into the park at 4. So yes, that means you can go knock out some rides before the party starts, take some pictures, get some daytime snacks, whatever you'd like to do. If you do have a park ticket during the day, you can just stay in the park at the end of your day, and then you can get a wristband. Inside.
Special cues.
Yeah, you just line up for a wristband once you're inside. They'll direct you to it. But we are arriving as if we do not have admission. That means we're waiting in these lines, which will open at 4 p.m. It is currently 3:36. So you can see how busy it already is. How many Christmas bedecked?
What are you trying to get to?
I'm trying to say everyone's wearing fun Christmas outfits.
Decked out.
Decked out. Deck the halls. La 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 la.
You are such
Yay, thank you.
First things first, when you're getting to the party, what are you grabbing?
Your map.
Your map. This one?
On the map, on the map, on the map, on the map.
Exactly.
Do you think you were going to get a Dora the Explorer reference?
No, but I was kind of hoping for it. You need a party map. If nothing else, it's a great free little souvenir. So first you're gonna open it, and the first thing you're gonna find is, of course, you guessed it, the full party map. This is where you're gonna be able to find all of your different stops for your ornament locations, your holiday treats. This is where you're gonna find Santa's Christmas Carnival and the route for it. If you're curious about attractions list or what you're gonna find, what's gonna be open and what characters there are, the full list is over here on the side. I'm noting Mary Poppins and Tiana and Naveen are together. So that's very exciting. Let's see, I see Captain Jack Sparrow, Moana, Friends from Aladdin. Ooh, ominous. He might be. Ariel and Prince Eric. Scrooge. There's lots of exciting stuff. Friends from Alice in Wonderland, Mirabelle and Bruno. So yeah, make sure you're checking out the list. Technically, the characters are subject to change. They try to keep it about the same, but you just never know. Right here on the inside is where you're gonna find a lot of those special entertainment infos and times. It just kind of gives you a breakdown of what you're gonna see, your holiday treats, explaining what they are and where you can find those allergy-friendly locations and different show times here on the right side. That's what you're gonna find in the map right here. I just wanted to wrap up the map section.
I think you did. So the party has a special entrance. Basically, when you come in, they will route you to the right down Market Street. This is a side street that they open up sometimes for high crowd things like this. And when you pass through, you do get a little gift. This ornament, the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party 2024 ornament. It is included with your admission, so everybody gets one of these bad boys for free. And I just want to point out, it is snowing back here with Snope. There is a Christmas DJ, and it smells like gingerbread. I was like choking on the gingerbread. It's because we're standing within mere feet of the Stadium Air Sit Cannon.
Yeah, and boy is it on.
And it is on. It is blasted gingerbread. We're in line right now for a popcorn bucket, and Miranda is over there with her boots on the ground, fighting for her life, checking out the merchandise items available that are exclusive to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It's game time. It's officially the hour that Magic Kingdom is closed to standard guests, but open to party guests. The party starts in about an hour, but a couple of the snacks are available starting at 6 p.m. So we're gonna go ahead and start knocking out some of those party exclusive treats. There are complimentary treats at the party, free cookies, free hot chocolate, and we'll be seeing those too. But we're gonna start by knocking out some of the exclusive for purchase treats that you can only get if you're a guest at the party. My first stop is the ice cream parlor that is here on Main Street. It is the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, and they're gonna have a couple specialty treats for the party that I'm very excited to try. Okay, here is our haul from Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. Just 2 items. These are both exclusive to the party. You can't get these during the day. We have the gingerbread milkshake, which is vanilla ice cream, gingerbread syrup, and ginger snap crumbles topped with whipped cream and a chocolate piece that looks like a little gingerbread guy. He is sinking. He looks like he's in a hot tub. And then here we have the peppermint ice cream cookie sandwich, which is peppermint ice cream sandwich between 2 oatmeal peppermint chip cookies and rolled in candy cane pieces. As you can see, it's very melty, but I did get a spoon, so everything's fine. Okay. Not super gingerbready. This is like the LaCroix of gingerbread milkshakes. Like, it tastes like it was made next to maybe that gingerbread scent gun from earlier. It's just not super, like, flavorful. It tastes a lot just kind of like vanilla ice cream, where it's like something tastes a little off here, but it's tasty. I love the toppings. Not the highest quality chocolate, kind of like Halloween candy chocolate, but still, obviously, who doesn't love chocolate? I don't know. It's a little lackluster. There's just not a lot going on here for me. Now, this guy I have higher hopes for. I'm especially impressed by the oatmeal peppermint chip cookie. It is my winner of Plaza Ice Cream Parlor for sure. I'm a huge peppermint ice cream fan. One of my favorite things about Christmas time is buying peppermint ice cream. And this is a really good peppermint ice cream. Flavor-wise, very minty, but definitely not in a way that makes you think of toothpaste. It's that sweet, Christmassy minty. My only complaint about the ice cream itself is that it doesn't actually have candy cane pieces in it, which is my favorite thing about peppermint ice cream. But there are peppermint pieces rolled onto the outside of this, so you do get some. Well, then I think this is such a fun cookie. I don't think this is the cookie ice cream sandwich for most kids, especially picky eaters, because I think an oatmeal cookie and peppermint is a bit of a big ask for pickier eaters. If you love peppermint ice cream and oatmeal cookies, it's worth getting. If you only love one of those, then stick to the free cookies around the party and don't do the extra spend on some of these ice cream treats. But I'm quite pleased with this.
All right, we've made it over to Aloha Isle Refreshments. Now, this is a stop that's normally open during the day, obviously, but during the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, they have party exclusive treats, and we are here to try out a few, starting with the Holiday Pineapple Orange Guava Juice Float and the Cranberry Citrus Float. So let's see how good they are. The Holiday Passion Fruit Orange Guava Juice Float is made of pog juice, coconut soft serve, and a spiced pineapple tree pop, and will be $9 to pick up here at the party. Okay, overall this float is really good, but you really have to like the coconut soft serve. There's a lot of it, and the spiced Christmas tree pop kind of tastes like a gingerbread, but a really mushy cake pop, right? So it's pretty standard, but you're gonna have to really dig down deep to get to that pog juice. But when it coats it, it's really nice, fruity, flavorful. I'm not a huge fan of the coconut soft serve, so it was a little much for me, but my treat really was that spiced Christmas tree and the pog juice at the very end. Delicious. We've officially picked up our second treat of the night. It's the Cranberry Citrus Float. This one will cost you $6.49 if you're picking up here at the party. It's made with Sprite winter spiced cranberry and fruity boba pearls topped with Dole Whip. Let's try it. Okay, so this is pineapple soft serve Dole Whip at the top. Let me see if, ooh, I just got a hint of that cranberry. Let me see if I can, dig really party. Of the two, I would prefer to get this cranberry float. It's much brighter, it's more festive, it's something that's different. You're not gonna have it as a cranberry Sprite every day. You might have something that has some boba pearls in it, but if you're going to spend money on a treat here during the party at Aloha Isle, the $6.49 treat beats the heck out of the $9 treat. That's basically just kind of priced for a fan favorite. I hate to say it that way, but it is. The boba pearls are nice and poppy, and yeah, this one is definitely my pick of the two, for sure.
Earlier Later in the party, one of the more fun stage show offerings is the Frozen Holiday Surprise. This is a brief stage show with Elsa, Anna, Olaf, and Kristoff, and it happens at 8:15. Sometimes you can see a little before the party starts as well, around 6:30, but it turns Cinderella Castle into a frozen wonderland. The party also has tons of photo ops and even some exclusive magic shots, so make sure to stop by the PhotoPass photographers, especially if you've paid for Memory Maker, to be able to get the downloads of those photos. Even if you don't, you get to look at them with a watermark, so it can be pretty fun.
Okay, one of the first things I'm trying tonight is from the Main Street Snack Cart, and it is a gingerbread Coca-Cola. If you don't know what the Main Street Snack Carts are, they're on either side of the castle, and we're actually gonna get something else from them as well, so I'll show it to you then. This one's pretty straightforward. It is just a Coca-Cola with some gingerbread syrup. So, cheers. I don't think I like it at all. I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, I think that's really strange. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to really describe it. It's a little bit cinnamony, heavy on the sugar, just very, I think, a strange combination. And definitely if you need a Coke or a pick-me-up, just get a regular Coke. I don't think this is worth the extra charge. Okay, I passed the Coke off to Quincy. We'll see if she tries it. She might not have the chance to. But here is the second stop. It is back at the Main Street Cart. So there's one on either side. This is the one where hopefully we'll be grabbing a fancy festive pretzel. So we're gonna hop in this line. Now, both sides do have the really cool Mickey popcorn bucket. It is a very popular item, so the lines are gonna be a little bit long, especially in the beginning. If that is a priority for you, consider getting in line before the party starts. We waited quite a while, but we also were some of the first to get a popcorn bucket. If you don't care about popcorn buckets, but you care about the snacks, come back for the snacks later. The lines will not be as long. Okay, here is this insane festive pretzel. It's a jumbo pretzel with chocolate hazelnut drizzle, caramel sauce, Twix cookie bar pieces, and festive sprinkles for $12.50. Just to kind of give you an idea, do you see how massive this is? My first thought was, why did I wear white? That was so idiotic. Okay, she's here and she's stressed because she's taking photos of ice cream.
There's nothing worse than taking pictures of ice cream.
No, not in Florida. No. But she just tried the Coke. We're back. I brought my pretzel. I made her try the Coca-Cola, the gingerbread Coke. I think bad too. It just reminds me of medicine.
Like, I get it. I'm tasting gingerbread. It tastes more like gingerbread than my gingerbread milkshake.
Oh, well.
But it does, I don't think
Coke needed to get sweeter.
I don't think Coke needed to get sweeter.
Yeah. Do you want to tear into this pretzel with me?
Sure.
Okay. This was as small of a piece as I could tear off. I think I'm in love.
You're in love?
I might be.
Do you want me to tell your husband, or?
I have to do this. It's all over my bag. Dang. The pretzel itself is like a little bit stale. If that were not the case, this would be absolutely perfect to me.
What did I just eat? What's on it?
Twix. There's Twix, caramel sauce, hazelnut sauce, sprinkles. I absolutely love a sweet and savory combo. I think the pretzel has the perfect amount of saltiness, but there is so many like large Twix pieces. I feel like this is really worth the money. I think my pretzel is a little bit on the stale side, and I still really like it. I think if you had a fresh pretzel, this might be perfection for anyone looking for savory and sweet. This is super, super shareable too. It is horribly messy, but I think very good.
We've moved on to our next stop.
I'm very excited about
We're very excited. This is our most excited stop. We're at Casey's Corner. Casey's Corner, of course, home to hot dogs, corn dog nuggets during the day, and by night, also home to hot dogs. And corn dog nuggets. But you can also get the holiday specials here at Very Merry. We have the holiday dinner hot dog, an all-beef hot dog with turkey and gravy, fried onions, and cranberry sauce. The holiday dinner loaded fries, which are fries with the same toppings. The black currant and mint lemonade. And a candy cane tart, which is a chocolate tart filled with peppermint ganache and topped with festive meringue.
You want to try the same things at the same time?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Holiday dinner loaded items. Those are where it's at.
So good.
I love savory items at these parties because they're few and far between, and often they do really interesting stuff. The pieces of turkey on this really shocked me. They are so big and like thick and juicy and like well cooked. And then you've got the gravy and the cranberry sauce, so like combo for the ages.
And I love the onion crisp.
And I love the cranberry sauce, like the way it comes together. Obviously, both of these have similar flavor profiles. I prefer the fries because I like letting the toppings shine, which the fries do a little better. But the hot dog is also very good. It's just, you also have kind of the mix in of the beef flavor, which makes it kind of, it's just meatier.
It's just heavier.
Just a meatier, heavier.
If you want a meal, get the hot dog.
Yeah.
If you want a good snack, get the french fries.
Yes. And then the black currant and mint.
I was actually really surprised by it. It was super fruity in the beginning, very sweet, and then that mint was really subtle towards the end on the back of the palate, which made it a lot more light and fresh. I actually really liked it.
I caution that one is very acidic, so like I don't do a lot of acid, not super acidic, but really like complex flavor for like a slushy at Casey's Corner.
The tart reminds me of a Thin Mint in a really positive way. I really love that. It's really super smooth. I'm surprised by it.
How pepperminty is the ganache?
Pretty pepperminty. It's really light and fluffy though.
I think it looks really festive and fun. In general, there's a lot of things here that if you're like, oh, I like mint, but not always peppermint, they're going peppermint. This is not playing with their peppermint.
Like, I don't know if you've ever had like a mousse kind of peppermint, like a light stuff. That's what it is, basically. So it's really good.
We made a pit stop en route to our next food stop.
Just to kind of dance off the first.
Yeah, it was the Disney Junior Jingle Jam, which is a kid-geared dance party with Fancy Nancy and Vampirina. And you might see some other Disney Junior pals, but we saw Fancy Nancy and Vampirina. Kind of rocked in there.
Yeah, it was really good.
They were playing the
exciting beats, but
the craziest beat of How Far I'll Go I've ever heard.
It was really good, and I had a great time.
Now we're headed over to Golden Oak Outpost. There's a couple of new treats this year to try out, including some holiday chicken nuggets in a whole platter, and I'm super stoked for it. So starting over here in the very front, we got the festive beignets. These will cost you $7.29. They're light and fluffy beignets dusted with blue sugar cookie dust and served with cookie butter icing, which I can attest to is pretty runny, and I'm spilling it everywhere already. Over in the top left-hand corner, we've got the peppermint fried ice cream Christmas tree. This one cost us $8.79 to get. It's made with peppermint ice cream rolled in cereal, topped with green cookie butter, whipped cream, and festive sprinkles. And that is supposed to be a tree, but we had a little bit of an accident as the whipped cream was being put on, and unfortunately didn't want to stay. Then over here, we've got the holiday chicken nugget platter. This one will cost you $11.29, so it's a little pricey for what you get, but it's got crispy chicken nuggets with sage butter and cranberry barbecue glaze, and it's also served with mashed potatoes and a ear of corn. I noticed already that the mashed potatoes are not like regular mashed potatoes for Disney World. They actually have the potato skins in them, so bottoms up. They're a little chunky on the inside, which isn't something that I'm used to with Disney World mashed potatoes, but it was good. Let's try the chicken nuggets. If there's one thing I've learned about Disney World, it's that it's really hard to mess up their chicken nuggets, and they have a wonderful glaze on it. My only complaint is that there's just not enough of it. It's just a drizzle. It's not like a true like dipped in glaze, which I was really hoping for. Let's try the corn. Standard corn on the cob. It's buttery, it's soft. There's just not a whole lot to write home about. It's a good plate, but for $11.29, I could go and get a kid's meal and have probably just as much food, if not more. All right, let's try these beignets. You can see the icing already. Oh no, I've made a mess. Oh no, it's all over me. Let's dip it in glaze. Oh, hurry, Miranda. That cookie butter icing is fantastic. The dusting is good. The sugar cookie dusting is good. And that gives it a nice flavor on its own. But if you really want to taste a sugar cookie in liquid form, that ooey gooey mess, it's going to get messy. I mean, you can see my hands already. These are fantastic. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that they can make beignets any better than they already do, but they found a way. These are definitely worth it. They are only $7.29 and probably so far the best value snack that I've tried all night long. So let's try the peppermint fried ice cream, which is kind of just a mush now. This one is $8.79, and I feel like it meant well in its presentation, but fell super flat because it doesn't translate well when it actually goes into production. So, cheers. Okay. This ain't your mint chocolate chip ice cream. This is peppermint. It's not super vivacious. Like, it's not overpowering. It's definitely there though. So if you don't like peppermint, stay away. You can tell that it's kind of tossed in those cornflakes like a fried ice cream would be. So if you're not familiar, you have an ice cream, you kind of toss it in those cornflakes and then fry it up. And at this point, mine's all mush. But the whipped cream is just fun and festive. It's got some cool sprinkles. I don't feel like it's a great use of a snack here. It tries to be festive, but I just feel like it kind of hits and misses in places. It's just kind of middle of the road for me. I wanted to like it more, but I just can't.
Okay, there is Cinderella and Rapunzel over here on the left for about 60 minutes. Then there's Anna and Elsa and a surprise over here for about 35. So we're gonna hop in the shorter of the two lines.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, great. Wonderful, actually.
Perfect.
Did you want extra color clothes?
Of course. How are you both? Looking stunning, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know, Oaken's very good at all the winter stuff.
I can see that.
I know, they greatly expanded everything. So there were some matching hollies. Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
very
nice. On both of ours to sparkle.
I love that. It
That's
really
all the
is.
frozen fractals on a command.
That's fair.
Otherwise, it's too cold. I don't get
Fair. It is your season. It's finally your
See, the
time.
cold doesn't bother her, but it's true.
I'm a little bit with you. It bothers me a bit, but
Just a little, but if you're
yes.
bundled up, it's not
You don't
really that
notice it.
bad.
Exactly.
I mean, Olaf's the same way. He likes summer and sun and all
things
things.
hot.
Olaf's the other one who doesn't get cold either, right? Does he doesn't really get hot either. He's
I think he's just perfect, yeah. Okay, we got to meet Anna and Elsa. I love meeting them together. It's very rare that you actually get to talk to them at the same time, although they're in the same room together when you meet them in Epcot. But that was so good. They were so personable, just like in the movies. I loved it, and I love getting to see their special outfits. That's one thing that is so cool about doing any character meet and greets during the party is they're in their special clothes. Are you guys having a nice holiday so far? Very nice.
Absolutely a dream, especially for my dear Philip as well.
Of course.
We're working on our Christmas decorations for the house.
Oh, very nice. Do you have any favorites?
Well, the fairies have been working on some garden.
Fair.
A large tree, but they can't decide on the color.
Fair. That's fair.
Of course, my dear Fauna does adore the color of it. Being a green color, she's even to think about making my dress a wonderful shade of green.
That might be a nice change up. I like that idea. That'd be nice. I always love meeting the princes in particular because I feel like you really can't find them a lot of times outside of parades or shows, like not to go take photos. So that's always a really nice kind of exciting difference that you might find at nighttime parties. Now, as I'm headed to my next thing that we're going to check out, we are going to talk about ride overlays and kind of differences that you can see as you're riding some of your favorite classic attractions. For Manatee in particular, it is just the exact same ride, but with some fun music and different lighting once it gets started. It's not necessarily a reason to go out of your way to ride them. I think the best ride overlay is the Tomorrowland Speedway one. It actually feels like a different ride.
Tomorrowland Speedway is one of the decked out attractions with its own little Speedway Christmas time overlay. This is one of my favorite overlays because I love Tomorrowland Speedway with some extra pizzazz, like Christmas lights. Yeah, you, me, the Frya, the Nook, snacks.
Exclusive eats.
We have the holiday pot roast hot dog. All beef hot dog topped with braised pot roast, Swiss fondue, horseradish mustard, and crispy onions. We have the Italian beef tots, which is tots topped with braised beef, cheese curds, zesty giardiniera. Let me know in the comments how to say this. I will also Google it. And red wine gravy. Then we have the sugar cookie hand pie, which is sugar cookie dough wrapped in a flaky crust with icing and festive sprinkles. The filling is sugar cookie dough.
Oh my goodness.
And then last but certainly not least, we have the toasted marshmallow panna cotta tart with graham cracker ganache and a macaron that looks like a little snowman. This is an eggnog shake, eggnog soft serve with ginger snap crumbles topped with whipped cream and festive sprinkles.
I'm excited about it.
Me too. I just ripped this in half and I need you guys to see what the inside looks like. It's sugar cookie dough in there. And the outside is a hard shell. This is so good. It tastes like making cookies with your family on Christmas Eve. It tastes like eating the cookie dough out of the bowl. And then it's inside fluffy pastry with icing that tastes kind of like a glazed donut.
Let the real sweets expert in. I dislike how much icing is on it. It is literally running down our fingers and hands. Just casually pick it up to eat. It is too, I think that is too much.
I'm anti-icing generally, and I actually don't mind this icing. It reminds me of a Krispy Kreme donut glaze. And the reason I think it's so runny is because the pastry is hot.
Feels so gross.
I mean, our hands are,
They're covered.
it's bad. We just went for exactly the same cheese curd. My first thing I'll say is this is real pot roast.
Yeah.
Pull apart, super tender, super fatty. My first bite was an extremely fatty piece of meat. My second bite was not. But it tastes like, honestly, it tastes like homemade pot roast. I'm really loving the pickled jalapenos. It's spicy. My tongue is hot right now.
I'm intentionally not eating one.
You can eat around them. You could also ask for it without them. I love the jalapenos. I think they're adding a ton of flavor. The tots obviously are getting a bit mushy under the beef, but they haven't overloaded it, so they're still crispy tops on the outside.
Yeah.
I think it could use more cheese curds. This is a meal. This is not a snack. You could share it with 3 people and it might be a snack, but it's a meal. I like this better than the one in Casey.
Oh my gosh. Is it really strong horseradish?
No, I think you should try it. I can't taste the horseradish. It tastes to me like sour cream and onion chips.
If that's true, sign me up.
It's gonna taste like straight horseradish to Emma.
It's not that bad. Barely can I taste it.
I really like this.
That's so, I don't.
I might like this better than the fries. This feels to me like a burst of flavor. It feels like you are at a German-themed establishment that isn't authentically German, and they would serve you this as their specialty hot dog. The topping to me with the onion tastes like sour cream and onion chips. And typically, I'm kind of a hater of a Friar's Nook hot dog, but this hot dog is actually very good.
And I agree that it gives a sour cream and onion vibe, but it's really not packing a punch for me. Like
That's so interesting.
I think I still would get the fries. Now we are trying the marshmallow panna cotta.
I know how I feel about this. This is my favorite ice cream that I've had tonight. It is actually very packed with eggnog flavor. It has tons of sprinkles on top, which makes it super festive. Nice layer of whipped cream. For my eggnog loving grown-ups, I do think it could use some liquor in it. But I love eggnog. I love the flavor of eggnog. It's so Christmassy to have eggnog. And this is such a fun theme parky way to have it during the party. Obviously extremely strong eggnog flavor, but really, really tasty, really fun.
When it comes to panna cotta, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a skip. It's really, really thin, which is not a bad thing per se, but then the marshmallow on top just tastes a lot more like really strange icing. I don't know, I think it's just a weird combination, and it's thin enough, my first bite almost felt watery, so I'd skip.
What about the macaron?
Oh, I haven't tried it. Macaron. No, this is good. Maybe I'm just anti-Friar's Nook and I don't know it.
I mean, I'm pretty anti-Friar's Nook.
That's fair.
Looks like we stumbled on the hottest club in Tomorrowland, Club Tinsel, and Chip and Dale are here. Okay, I escaped from Club Tinsel. But now, as you can see, folks are getting ready for the parade. So we are also going to get ready for the parade. Now, the parade does run 2 times each night. Remember, the party goes from 7 to midnight. The parade runs at 8:30 and again at 11. Now, that parade will step off in Frontierland and take the regular parade route. I'm actually walking on it right now. Go all the way down Main Street. Obviously, Main Street is the more picturesque place to watch the parade, and during Mickey's Very Merry, it has the added bonus that there is snow falling from the sky, which is pretty wonderful if you are on Main Street. However, I am personally a fan of watching parades, especially during the parties, from Frontierland. Now, the reason for that is that the parade comes through Frontierland first, but everybody kind of goes for their spots around the same time on the whole parade route, which means you need to stake out your spot about 30 minutes early. That's what I'm doing about right now. With staking out your spot 30 minutes early, you're using more time if you're staking out that spot on Main Street to see the parade on Main Street, because it takes longer for the parade to get down there. The parade starts in Frontierland, so you'll see it first right after the parade starts right in Frontierland, which means you can get back to doing other fun party stuff. You paid a lot of money to be here for only a few hours during the party with all these specialty offerings. If you watch the parade in Frontierland, you can get back to that faster. It's also typically a bit easier to find a spot, even kind of close up to the parade. But Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time Parade certainly is something special. It is the specialty holiday parade. It is only available during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And it is a pretty famous parade because it has a lot of fun details. There's even a part where it smells like Christmas cookies, which is pretty cool. You'll see Dancing Gingerbread Man, Marching Toy Soldiers, which are a favorite of many, and many beloved Disney characters as they float by waving hello. There's even Santa Claus, of course, riding in to say Merry Christmas. Now, I am standing directly on the parade route right now. You'll remember the amount of people that were sitting on Main Street USA earlier. That's Main Street USA is slammed right now. Already the curbs are getting full of people sitting and waiting for the parade. 30 minutes to the parade. This is what some of the prime parade viewing looks like. So, you know, Frontierland's got its benefits. It's a wonderful parade. That's why they call it Mickey's Wonderful Christmas Time Parade. That's what it's called. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time Parade. It's really like funny and fun and just silly and heartwarming. And I think that's what you want out of a Christmas parade. I do not think this is the best specialty parade. I think the Boo-to-You parade is like one of the best parades of all time, and that's what you can see at the Halloween party. So if you are choosing between those two and you're a parades person, you might want to keep that in mind. This parade is so much fun. You see Clarabelle, you can just smell the cookies she's baking. You get to see the soldiers, which are awesome. You can see Santa. Definitely a must-do if you're at the party. Obviously, the fireworks and the parade are some of the biggest draws of the party in general. So unless you are really fiending for those low wait times, then you're gonna wanna see the parade. I do recommend that later parade. As you saw, I had no issue getting an amazing spot. And there was still a lot of room in Frontierland when the parade started at the later parade. So if you don't want to dedicate too much of your night to seeking out a spot, Frontierland at the second parade is gonna be your best bet.
Now there's just a few other sweet treats that we're after here, and Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies is the remedy for that. So let's go check out what they have for their holiday offerings. Here it is, the first treat from Anti-Gravity's. This is the Smoky Chocolate Brownie Sundae. It's a house-baked brownie topped with smoky chocolate soft serve, covered in chocolate cone dip, and also topped with marshmallows and festive sprinkles. That is a very interesting flavor. The marshmallows in this are kind of like the Lucky Charms marshmallows that are just enough stale that you know that they've been packaged for a little while, but they're teensy tiny. So good though. The chocolate ice cream is pretty standard chocolate soft serve for Disney World. The chocolate shell though is where that smoky taste comes from. The brownie itself though, let's take a bite of it. Fairly standard brownie, nothing really to write home about there, but it is very soft. This is a different kind of treat. It's gonna be interesting and it's gonna take you by surprise. You're gonna be like, oh, that was a nice chocolate, like crunch to it. And then you're gonna get that smoky aftertaste and be like, what was that? And then you're gonna get those marshmallows and be like, Lucky Charms. but that is a good treat. I think for its price, fairly reasonable. It's a pretty large portion. You got decent little brownie bites in it, and you get a lot of ice cream. I would plan on sharing this with somebody though, because it is fairly thick. Yeah, it's thick and dense, and you might just have a sugar rush. Next up on our list over here at Anti-Gravity's is the lump of coal in your stocking shake. I just love saying the name of this one. I think it's pretty cool and inventive. But it's a cookies and cream shake topped with whipped cream, cookie and cream crumbles, and a couple of chocolate donut holes that suspiciously look like a few mouse ears. It's good. I almost prefer this kind of milkshake over just a regular milkshake here at Disney World. This one suspiciously reminds me of that like chocolate one that had the extra drizzle, just minus the drizzle and more of the cookie crumbles. It's good. It's a solid snack, but I feel like it's something that you get during the regular day, and for its price of $8.49, not a super festive holiday treat to me, but I give them points back for the invention because there are a couple of lumps of coal. So there's that.
So I'm making my way back to Main Street to get in front of the castle because it's almost time for Minnie's wonderful Christmas time fireworks. It happens tonight at 10 p.m. and you're gonna get in the Christmas spirit as your host, Minnie Mouse, of course, invites you to take in a sparkling Yuletide fireworks display. We're gonna watch as the sky becomes illuminated with festive colors to the tune of our favorite Christmas carols like Deck the Halls and We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Okay, just finished the fireworks. They were so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I think these fireworks are a must if you are really into spectacular nighttime shows. They really put a lot of work into it, and I love Happily Ever After, but I honestly think there are more crowd reactions for this one. I hear a lot of gasps. Tinkerbell does fly during this one as well. It's just super, super sweet. Puts you right in the Christmas spirit, and it's only about a 12-minute show, so it's really not too much time out of your party night.
We're getting ready to watch Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration, which is a stage show right outside Cinderella Castle. With this show, you can feel the magic of the holidays come to life during a jubilant stage show that fills the air with music, laughter, shimmering snowflakes, and a whole lot of Disney characters too.
Season's greetings!
Happy holidays!
Welcome to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party!
And our most merriest celebration!
Oh, I'm passing Tigger and Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore walking in. So Tigger and Eeyore you can meet during the day regularly. Eeyore you can only meet at Crystal Palace during the day usually. And they're all in their little winter scarves. I love those guys. So that's one of the like walking around things you'll see at the Christmas party. You'll also see wait times are much lower. 35-minute wait for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Pretty much 5-minute waits on almost everything. 10-minute waits on some stuff, but everything is pretty low. The highest stuff in the park right now, 35 for Peter Pan, 35 for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, 35 minutes for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which has a standby line. This is the only time that you'll see Tiana's the standby line is during after-hour events like this. Longest waits are to meet Mickey, to ride Tron at 45 minutes, and Jingle Cruise at 45 minutes. A fun fact for Jingle Cruise, though very fun at night of course, is that Jingle Cruise, the overlay for that one is available during the day. Maybe don't use your precious party time for Jingle Cruise and instead ride it during the day. What is the polar bear from? I also just saw 2 elves walk by, but they were on stilts, which seemed wrong for, well, there's still itself. There's a lot happening over here in Storybook Circus. I just thought I'd swing by to see what was going on, and things are a little wacky. Oh, hey Nate, how's it going? Merry Christmas. Nice, I love the hat. There's Nate, Paige Miss Tomorrow. Who's this bear? So I think the polar bear fella is a friend from the North Pole visiting here with Santa. This is so funny to me. It is snowing exclusively on this pink elephant. So we are back here at Santa's Christmas Carnival. Storybook Circus has changed into Santa's Christmas Carnival, where there are a lot of fun things to be done. There is, of course, the Santa meet and greet, very important, but also you can apparently meet a polar bear, who I'm not recognizing from any Disney media, but I'll Google it, and if you guys recognize it, let me know. But look how beautiful it looks with all the lights, and there are elves on stilts, which is strange, and I wouldn't have expected it because elves are supposed to be small. And it is snowing back here, and there's like this winter wonderland walkway. This is so magical. And you can meet Santa back here in Storybook Circus. His meet and greet is located in the very back. Look how much soap has collected. The snow is soap. Don't stick your tongue out. But you can head back here, back in Storybook Circus, to meet none other than Mr. Santa Claus. There's the big man himself.
We are gonna do Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. Again, it's really the same thing. It's just Christmas themed. The jokes are Christmas themed. They have on some scarves, those silly little monsters. But at the end of the day, we are still after your laughter.
The proper human response is to throw your hands in the air and scream. So try it with me. Happy holidays! And
Oh, very good! I'm Mike Wazowski. That's Wazowski with one eye.
Okay, so we got to watch Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. As you guys can kind of tell, it is the exact same show, just Christmas, which is what we had already talked about, but it's just sweet. Now, I will say when it comes to things like Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, I don't know that I'd spend that much time there, but, you know, I think it's worth doing the Jingle Cruise if you can, or Tomorrowland Speedway. That's fun and exciting, and it won't take up too much of your park time, especially because the hours are so limited during the parties. Now, there are lots of really exciting and cool specialty things when it comes to the parties, but what about those additional bookings that you can make? There are several things that you can book. There's Minnie's wonderful Christmas time firework dessert party that's here at Tomorrowland Terrace. They've already kind of put up for the night. We're here towards the end of it, but you can book a special ticket to watch the fireworks and have a really cool dessert party down here. If you're not as into the terrace, they also have another mini firework dessert party over at the Garden View, which kind of gives you a similar experience, but just from a different point of view on Main Street. And if dessert parties are not really your vibe when it comes to fireworks, you can also do special sit-down table service options. You can dine at Be Our Guest, Cinderella's Royal Table, or the Plaza Restaurant. Now, that's not always something we recommend. You've paid a lot for your ticket, especially as prices continue to go up here at Disney World, and so using that for a table service is not always our biggest recommendation, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it if that's something you really care about. If you're really determined to do a sit-down dining experience, we recommend doing it a little bit earlier in the day before the party starts, so that way you get your full ticketed experience at the very least.
Now, I was hoping that we would get to check out Tiana's Bayou Adventure tonight because it does have standby, and you can't ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure with a standby line during the day. You have to use a virtual queue or purchase a lightning lane, but they have it as standby during the party, which I was excited to try out, but as you might notice, over there, the ride is down. It's been down for a bit. It's been down, I think around since the parade stopped, minimum, because that's when I walked over here. So, no standby for us at this time. Instead, we've got 10 more minutes in the party. I think we go find ourselves some free hot chocolate and cookies. I haven't had a single hot cocoa or a single cookie that I didn't pay for. Well, I'm a little weepy because I was racing to get a hot cocoa and a cookie, and instead I came across the Reindeer Wranglers, who I saw playing for the Country Bears a little earlier, playing Hallelujah, beautiful song, with the most incredible violin solo in the middle of it, and they were playing it for all of the class of 2024 cast members who had worked all night and were tired, and they were all leaning on each other and swaying. And then they were all like the Reindeer Wranglers showing gratitude to the cast members. There were only like 6 or so guests that happened to catch it because it was back in Frontierland, and with Tiana's down, no one was really back there. It was so, I'm sorry, I'm like weepy, but It was so magical, and like that's so Christmassy, of just like that special moment of all those people together. That was wonderful. What a wonderful, surprising way to end the party. Truly so cool. I gotta find my friends and stop crying. All right, I found my friends. I stopped crying. I was crying.
You were crying?
Yeah.
Over Snowball?
No, not over Snowball. No, I was crying about the reindeer wranglers playing for the cast members. It was very sweet. Anyway, that is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. That's literally everything at the party. You saw a sample of all of it with us tonight. We had a wonderful time. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, a great party.
I had a fabulous time.
Yep. Unfortunately, a big factor with these parties is weather, and we had perfect weather tonight. Which is why we had a lot more of that outdoor entertainment available and everything like that. So we had killer weather. You can't really control that, of course, and you can still have a great time with worse weather. But that's a factor. That said, this was my favorite Christmas party, favorite Mickey's Very Merry that I've done.
I would agree with that. I had a really nice night.
Yeah.
I echo those sentiments.
Yeah,
It was my favorite edition, which really the only true edition was Santa's Carnival.
Carnival.
Bro, it was crazy back there.
I'm so sad I missed it.
You guys got to get back to Santa's Carnival, man. It's like a whole nother world. But really, the question that we're here to answer is this worth your money? Is this worth potentially $220 per person for a ticket? And the answer, unfortunately, sounds like a cop-out, but it's true. It depends on you.
Yeah.
One of our biggest things that we always say is a Christmas party or a Halloween party or an after hours is 100% worth it if you decide you're going to trade it for a park day. Because the ticket to these parties is a little bit more expensive than a park day, but not by much. You get access to the park for about half the hours that you would with a regular park ticket, but you get all the additional entertainment, exclusive snacks, free snacks and drinks, especially with like the cookies and hot chocolate at this one, and all of the reduced wait times for many, many rides. Most of the rides in the park are open during this. So you can do a lot in that time, even though you have less time than a regular park day. If the fun festivities are worth giving up a park day to you, yes, the ticket price is worth it. Otherwise, it's kind of up to you. What are you going to use the party for? Is the entertainment important to you, or is it all about the rides? If it's all about the rides, maybe consider using that money on Lightning Lane Multipass instead.
I think I could totally see myself giving up a Magic Kingdom day to do this, because as a kid, we mainly did rides, and we would come to parties at night because the wait times were so much lower that we felt like it was the same to us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna battle your rides with exclusive characters,
Yeah.
because as someone that was able to come to Disney World pretty often growing up and then now taking my kids, I would use these parties for an opportunity to see things that I don't normally get a chance to do.
Yeah.
Which there are tons of cool things. Overall, the party was really great this year. It is an expensive extra, so if you do not find what we've shown you tonight entirely interesting, stick to a regular park day. And don't feel bad about missing out, because there's lots of holiday stuff that you can do around the parks during the day, which we'll show you in plenty of holiday videos coming this season, because it's Christmas season!
It is!
Apparently, in Disney World. You're watching this on, I think, the 11th of November.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
November.
But hey, we're so happy to celebrate this season with you guys. Thank you for being here. We have the Jollywood Nights video coming in a couple of days reviewing Hollywood Studios party, so keep an eye out for that. And Merry Christmas! We're so excited for the season! If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
And come back to watch Jollywood Nights in just 2 days.
We'll see you there. Bye!